So I'm coaching this woman and she's 56 years old, my age, Gen X, and she's so sweet. She asks me, Lisa, where are all the good men? And she's like, I'm not even really looking for guys that are super young or anything. Like, I'm looking for guys that are my age or 10 years older. So she's 56, right? So she's looking for guys 56 to 66.
Hey, this is Raulh. Please act right. Well, I'm in that age group. And you know the first thing that comes to my mind, why is she single?
And I had to bear the bad news. I said, honey, they're all like in Southeast Asia, South America. She's like, they are?
Yes, we are. And clearly, your client doesn't have social media.
And I said, yeah, like they go have girlfriends. They do this thing where they take their passports and they go and they travel. And they meet girls there who are really young and fit. And pretty and feminine.
And they don't try to work our last nerve.
And they make them their girlfriends, and then they just have an arrangement where they travel back and forth. He flies her over or he'll go see her, and sometimes they even expatriate and they live both in America and they do like seasonal where they live in the other country.
Now, did you make your client aware of this before you took her money?
And she's like, that's a thing? I thought that was just like an internet thing. Like no, it's really happening. And the reason is because feminism, right? And she's like, but our generation isn't that. Our generation wasn't raised to like hate men. And
maybe they weren't raised to hate men.
These passport predators are the bottom of the barrel.
But they sure have adapted to it.
And the reason they're going overseas to get women is because we don't want them. And they know if they go overseas, they're more likely to find a woman who will do whatever it takes to secure a better life for her family.
Not be feminine and not know how to cook and all that. Like, we're in our 50s and 60s. And I said to her that men that age prefer women who will not take half their shit. They're really doing it because of the ridiculous no-fault divorce laws in our country. And it just made it so that men and women in America aren't marrying anymore.
Plus, they say they don't need us.
It's 2023, and we don't need men.
So why would we even bother?
And she's like, wow, like I'm hearing more and more of this. It's so sad. What's gonna happen? We're gonna just kind of like not have a population anymore. Like, what are we gonna do?
What do you mean, what are we gonna do? You mean, what are you gonna do?
And these are the kinds of conversations I get into with my clients, because my clients are pretty awake. Like, they know what's up. They know it on different levels though. Like, this girl didn't really understand like the dot connection between what the global elites want for the world and feminism and how that played a role, and why it all boils down to why she can't find guys, right? She can't find a good, solid guy, 60 years old, who's going to want to date her. And this woman, she's 56. She's really pretty. She's in shape. I mean, I'm 53. I'm in shape. I look young. I look good.
Finding a good-looking woman in Western society is not the problem. It's the brain attached to the good-looking women in Western society. That's the problem.
And not with like the heavy like cosmetic surgery, the duck lips. Like, she looks her age. She looks pretty. She's classy. And she struggles to find a really good guy.
And that's where a lot of us men see the problem. Did you hear her describing this woman, talking about how naturally beautiful she is? Then why is this woman having a problem finding a good man? Naturally pretty women pretty much have the pick of the litter when it comes down to men. In all of her years up until right now, with her being in her 50s, why is her client single?
I had to explain it. So I said, well, don't be in despair, okay? I met my husband when I was 50 and he was 56. So it is possible. Don't lose hope, but you have to be real and you have to know what's going on. Men are traveling abroad. Passport bros is what they call themselves, and they are looking for younger women who are super nurturing, not tainted by the materialism of the Western society.
Which is like trying to find a needle in a haystack in Western society.
A woman who's not going to be demanding a bag or some, $400 fragrance or trips to Dubai or whatever.
Which again is like trying to find a needle in a haystack in Western society.
So there has to be a happy medium, and I'm here to tell the men out there listening to this video that there are a lot of unicorn women, Gen X women, who were raised with the values of, taking care of your man, he takes care of you too, that you guys are a team.
And here's the problem. How do we know the real ones from the fake ones? The fake ones that pretend to be that way until after they get the wedding ring.
And they're out there. So do what you gotta do to find love. It's out there for everybody. Mainly work on yourself and work on your mindset so that you can attract whatever you want.
Thanks for the advice. And most men, we will follow it. Just not here in Western culture. Tell your client we said good luck. Now, watch her try to see how many men are willing to stick around and date Western women. I'll show you how the men responded in her comment section. Women are about to find out how many men are done dating or marrying women in this country.
Here's a question for the passport bros. Are you guys just full on no women from the West at all anymore, ever? Or are you open to a certain type of unicorn woman of the West that you believe doesn't exist, but she does? And what would those qualities be?
At this point, her qualities won't matter to most of us men because, like I said earlier, they could just be faking until they get the wedding ring.
Comment below, the ladies want to know, because there are a lot of us women out there who are in good shape.
Good for you.
We're older.
Most men prefer younger.
We cook.
We were told that slavery worked, so we'll do it ourselves.
We can maintain a home.
Men can do that without you.
We could be a total partner in a team.
Women said they're not going to build with us.
We are not going to extort any money from you.
70% of divorces are filed for by women.
We just want partnership, companionship, relationship, friendship.
Women have already told us they can get that from a dog.
Respect.
Until things don't go her way.
Mutual, good physical life.
Wait a minute. What's the age where women start going through menopause? I'm just asking for a friend. Don't get mad at me, ladies. I did not design women's bodies. God did that.
And so, I don't know. I think a lot of people are going the passport route when love can be right in their backyard.
Well, let's see how the men responded. After experiencing true love, unconditional femininity, and agreeableness in a woman, I will never return to the nonsense in the States. I personally have dated women in the West of every race, ungrounded, etc. I would have wifed a decent woman, but she had to agree to leave the States, and it's always been a deal breaker. Here's another one from Michael Caldwell, who you guys have to check out on TikTok. He makes some great Passport Bro videos. I appreciate your content. Passport Bros aren't mediocre men. We are extraordinary. But understand, live longer when happy and loved properly. Valuable romance in the West is all gone. Even if you find a good woman in the USA, laws can so absolutely destroy. Serious Passport Bros aren't just going overseas, they're staying there. Oh, you just gave me my next video on this topic. We are just afraid of divorce laws that only favor women. Then she responds, what are you men doing to organize and demand change? Someone else responds, it's the politicians making men more into slaves. What can we do? Well, here's the answer to that. Just leave the country and deal with the women elsewhere, just as the Passport Bros have been doing. 44, sold my house, taking my life savings with me to the Philippines. See you later. Marriage in America is just too risky. It's not about the location. It's about the mentality, morals, and values. I'm 45 years old, spent 3.5 years alone healing from the last 2 Western ladies. I'm going to the Philippines to meet my future wife. I'm currently selling my house and everything I own. I won't be returning to the States. That's why they're called unicorns, figment of the imagination. Girlfriend, yes. Companionship, yes. Marriage, extremely unlikely. Once you see the law stacked against you, I can't sign that contract. Most Passport Bros are called simps and put in the friend zone. Tired of being unappreciated? Just move on. What's the problem? Better to skip the country than to look for a needle in the haystack. Revise family law to ensure fairness? Only then will we reconsider our stance. Never again. Found a wonderful woman in the Philippines. Moving there in January 2025. I spent 15 years looking for a good woman in Kentucky, so I moved to the Philippines. And it goes on and on and on. Her video on TikTok received 3,977 comments, and as I scanned through them, 98% of the men said that they'll never date or marry Western women ever again. Even in the comment section of the videos that I make, more and more men who are unable to go overseas have given up on dating, and those who are able to go overseas are stacking their money and planning their escape. So, Miss Dating Coach, the men have spoken. By the way, you might want to find a new career field real soon, because women are going to stop paying you to match them with men in this country if none of the men in this country want to be bothered with the women in this country. Hey, somebody had to tell you, and I love you, so might as well be me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. I post a new video every week. And in the meantime, will you please act right? My name is Raulh. See you in another video. So if you enjoyed this video, check out one of these two videos right here. I'm sure you'll enjoy them too. And if you like, you can visit my channel. I have plenty of videos there. Go ahead. Don't be scared.